It's the news no one wanted to hear. President Joe Biden has been diagnosed with prostate cancer, a serious form of cancer that affects the body's immune system. This type of cancer can lead to fatigue, difficulty concentrating, immune suppression, and, in some cases, neurological symptoms. For anyone, it's a life-changing diagnosis. But for a sitting president, it brings up even deeper questions about leadership, continuity, and global confidence. And now, Wall Street is listening. Closely, let's break down how this diagnosis is shaking the financial world. The U.S. president isn't just a political figure, he represents stability. When that stability is threatened, investor confidence takes a hit. Questions begin to swirl. Who's really making decisions? What if the vice president needs to step in? How will this affect policy continuity? Markets hate uncertainty, and this diagnosis has just added a fresh wave of it. Within hours of the news, the S&P 500 dipped, the Dow slipped, the Nasdaq paused its rally. Tech giants like Apple and Microsoft slowed, not due to earnings, but due to fear. Meanwhile, healthcare stocks surged, investors betting on increased medical spending or policy shifts related to Biden's condition. Defense stocks ticked up too, perhaps anticipating a more assertive administration under a changing guard. And then came the currency markets. The U.S. dollar weakened as traders wondered if the Federal Reserve might delay key decisions due to political instability. Uncertainty breeds caution. Inflation expectations shifted, and investors piled into safe haven assets like gold and U.S. Treasury bonds. Gold saw a sudden surge, always the first place the market turns when fear sets in. The shock wasn't contained to the U.S. and Asia. Japan's Nikkei and Hong Kong's Hang Seng both slipped overnight. In Europe, the FTSE and DAX opened lower, bracing for ripple effects. Why? Because the U.S. economy is the heartbeat of global trade. When that heartbeat stutters, the world listens. What happens now to Biden's biggest policy promises? Will student loan forgiveness move forward? Will corporate tax reform stall? Will infrastructure projects be delayed? Investors are scrambling to answer these questions because policy drives profits. And when policy stalls, confidence fades. Joe Biden's health diagnosis is more than just a personal battle. It's a moment of reckoning for the global economy. The stakes are high, the reactions are real, and the next steps could reshape the markets for years to come. If you want to stay ahead of the curve and understand how politics meets finance, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and tap the bell icon. We're here to connect the headlines to your wallet.